learning and development programs. And when I'm talking about learning and development programs as a topic, the first subtopic I want to handle is development stages of learning intervention. Development stages of learning intervention. This is good for a teacher like me because when we do psychology of learning and development, we do a lot of development stages of a learning intervention. However, in this lesson, I'm talking about learning and development for employers and employees, so that they may not be the children. Now, what are the stages of development in learning intervention? When you want to know that somebody has moved or has improved from one stage to another, from one level to another, and these stages may include, without considering the following: one, acquisition. That at this stage of acquisition, the student will begin to understand their target and understand the skill they need to get in a correct manner. But sometimes they may not be accurate, but they know what they want. So the goal here is to improve accuracy. That when you are a trainer, when you are a teacher, when you are a parent, and you want your child, you want your learner, your student to learn, start with acquisition. Ensure that you emphasize on accuracy. That is why those of us who teach mathematics, we really emphasize on two things: accuracy and speed. We start with accuracy, then we move on to speed. Number two, fluency. When it comes to fluency as a stage of development, as a stage of learning, fluency involves the aspect of having chronological flow of information, either getting this information or giving back this information. That the student at this point is able to complete a targeted skill within the required or within some limits. For example, the required targeted skill is to calculate a sum or is to polish, to paint a surface within 1 hour. Then fluency means that this student is going to paint this targeted piece of maybe surface within 1 hour. If it goes beyond 1 hour, it should be slightly above. It should be maybe slightly below, but not within a big margin. Then we call that the student has achieved fluency stage. The, the other one is called generalization. Generalization is where we now take fluency and accuracy and put them together. So here, the target is typically to show the differences in the situations in which the person, the learner, the trainee is achieving the competences. The different situations. It might be similar, but in terms of skills. That if the learner was able to calculate or was able to paint when it was raining, the learner should also be able to paint when it is when there is sunshine, or paint in the morning and also paint in the evening. Paint when they are hungry and paint when they are not hungry. Then we say, generally, this person has gotten the range of skills they need. So within any dimension, within any situation, they are able to achieve the required competencies. We say that stage is called generalization. Then there is a stage we call adaptation. And here, when we talk about adaptation, the student becomes more accurate, more fluent, and more good when using the skills they have achieved. They are applying all what they have achieved in stage 1, stage 2, and stage 3, this stage 4 called adaptation. They ensure that all the stages are well done and in many situations or in different situations. However, a student is not yet able to modify so much at this point. They can apply the skills they have learned. They can identify with the elements of the previously learned information, but they cannot modify it. We call that one adaptation. So it is until when the student learns at this stage about modifying the skills they have been taught, being given an example and manipulating the examples. That is when we say adaptation is fully covered. Adaptation is fully achieved. This is the last stage of development. It's called adaptation. So that the skills you've gained, the norms you've gained, the lessons you've gained, you are able to adapt and apply them in life. Apply them in different situations, even at a different period of time, even after a long period of time, and depending with the demands of the situation. That is it for today. Development stages in a learning intervention. Thank you.